All right. We're live on the air,
We're
gentlemen.
live? We are?
Yep.
Are you sure?
100%.
It says live. 100%?
100%.
For realsies.
Okay, I guess maybe
Real
YouTube.
talk.
Okay. So, hi guys. How are y'all tonight?
Hey, guys.
Aloha.
You doing good, Ben?
Yes.
You doing good, Jonathan?
I'm okay.
So,
I'm good.
I guess tonight we're going to talk about this chapter approved.
Yep. We sure are.
So,
Yes, we.
did y'all want to look at the vehicle design rules first?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let me open up the Okay, so this is kind of crazy. So the vehicle design rules actually start on page. What page is this? Yeah. So they start off with like the transport rules, and let's see here, and it goes into all the different point values. They give you some examples, like how to build a Falcon or like a grav tank, and then it goes into chimeras, emulators, for Sisters of Battle. And then, they even do a Land Raider one too. So this is some great history and background you're going to find in this book here. In it. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. This is not the right book. This is from 2001. This is 2001.
Close. Oh. We got the wrong material here. Whoops.
We do. Okay. Well, I guess we can talk about what we've heard so far then, I guess.
No, what we got here. So actually, we do have the build custom vehicle. It looks like basically everything is kind of based on your sponsons that you pick for building a Land Raider. That's the only thing that we've got so far. And it looks like you can load it out with like a twin las cannon, a twin hurricane bolter, or 2 flamestorm cannons. And then you can have a secondary sponson be 2 las cannons, 2 heavy bolters, 2 flamers, or nothing. So you can have doubled up sponsors this time instead of, but that takes away pretty much all your transport space almost. And that would, make the front being the only way to get in and out of the vehicle.
For Land Raiders?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the ones that leaked with the, the Blood Angels one and the Dark Angel. I mean, and the Space Wolf one with the frost cannons and all that other stuff. So that's all. That's going to be pretty cool. It will bring it back to this edition. So that's kind of cool. I'm more concerned with some of the point value changes. So I think my biggest one, since I'm building Grey Knights right now, is the Terminator points. Going down from 46 to 41. So that's going to be that's a pretty big drop for a squad of 5. That's a 25-point drop decrease. So that's going to bring a little bit more stuff in there. So
Tartarus Marines and the assault Terminators for Space Marines also went down 5 points each. I thought that was interesting. And I like to rock those with my Salamanders, so I'm super okay with that.
Salamanders? Oh yeah, that's right. You do have the Cataphracti ones, don't you?
I've got the Cataphracti didn't do it.
They did not. Yeah, that's right.
I just run them as assault Terminators.
Yeah, my favorite by far is the Death Guard's Death Shroud Terminators. They drop 15 points. They go from 50 points to 35 points, and that is huge for a squad of 5.
Wow.
Yeah. They really needed it. Me and TJ were talking about earlier is, they're really good with the bodyguard thing, but they don't really have any guns. They only move 4 inches.
Yeah.
And the sole purpose almost is to protect Mortarion until he gets across the board.
Yep. That is very true. Very, very true.
TJ,
a huge increase. What's that?
Did you turn into a
robot?
Yeah,
your recording sounds very robotic.
It does.
Yeah. Is there something wrong with me?
You really went robotic on you? Maybe I just bit or something. That's weird.
Real staticky.
Sounds real bad. You should stop doing whatever you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Reboot your microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, just unplug it, plug it back in.
How about now?
Nope, still bad.
I guess I'll call back in then.
Okay, that'll work. So, guys, how are you guys doing? Wonderful today, I hope.
Still staticky or no?
Nope, perfect. Much better.
Let me turn on the video then. There we go.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I think the one thing I am kind of disappointed when I saw some of the leaks and everything is definitely, I think, for Space Wolf players, I think with all the changes and stuff they did, I don't think we're going to see a Space Wolf Codex for a while. Probably at least another 5 months or so.
Yeah, most likely not.
Yeah, because they pretty much changed almost everything, and then they gave them some pretty cool command, some stratagems too. So I don't think we're going to see any changes on that, or I don't know, maybe Tau, but Tau really didn't point changes.
Tau didn't get anything.
Yeah,
there's like 4 world models that got stuff. And you know what that means?
Dude, I saw the Tau stuff.
I'm hoping it's coming soon.
How much the Chaos Space Marines got though? They got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm surprised Demons got some changes too, even though the Demon Codex is supposed to be out pretty soon. I guess maybe because Blood Angels are coming out this weekend. You can pre-order this weekend, and then probably Dark Angels maybe around Christmas. Maybe Dark Angels are going to be around Christmas time.
Yeah, that makes sense if they're going to release the Lion too. Christmas sales. I want the Lion for Christmas.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
I hope they do, but I don't know, man. It's just rumors. Who knows what's going to happen?
I would bet the Lions. I mean, they've released Praetorian.
You need a Loyalist Primarch. I just didn't figure they were going to release I don't know. I just always thought they were going to release stuff that had already been Forge World done in resin for Primarchs, and the Lion hasn't. So that's why I was kind of thinking of.
You just opened up that book. Let's talk about Forge World for a minute here. Let's talk about my Reaver Titan, who is let me see. Oh, geez, Rick. What do we go to? The exact pointage here. They decided that a Reaver goes from 2,400 points to 4,000 points. That's a 1,600 point increase.
Makes perfect sense.
That's an entire army.
That's 2 armies. 2.
That is. But you should be able to take out 2 armies with that thing. We did play with it, and it was
we did, but it got taken down by stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a Spartan on the table though.
Your Reaver took care of Peanut because it got good shooting back there. So I mean, I think it's a good point value. It took that Spartan out like it was a piece of. It looked like it was shooting It looked like it was shooting a land speeder. But it was like.
It took all the shooting.
No, it didn't. You just shot the rockets at it.
You made a lot of sense.
Rockets. You were like apocalyptic barrage, and then went boom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really think that it's got much of a place in a standard game anyway. I mean, with how much expensive it is, but it definitely changed it so that you're not bringing it. I mean, if your opponent doesn't have a Titan or some sort of a heavy guy, he's got 2 extra armies worth of them. So
definitely not.
Like bring a Lord of War to a 1,000 point game. Yeah, I know that, man. Crazy feeling.
Who's done that?
I don't know who did that, Ben. Who did that?
I don't know. I haven't seen any games like that ever played on our channel. No one would do that on our channel.
No, except on this Friday.
Lost in the Warp.
Maybe this Friday.
Maybe this Friday.
But it's Lost in the Warp. We got to find it.
It was Lost in the Warp. Damn, that Thanksgiving. Gold food.
Yeah. Gold turkey.
Gold turkey. That was John. Yeah, I mean, let's hear. I mean, the Knights. I mean, yeah, the Warhound went up 500 points. Oh, no, that's a big increase. That's actually that's a 33% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah. They brought units down a little bit. They brought some of the Primaris units down in cost.
Yeah, which is nice though. I think that'll allow a lot more people to field them since I play Space Marines, because the interceptors I thought were a little high on points. Because I mean, they the guns that you have to buy for them are very expensive.
Yes.
All bolters.
They severely brought the points down, and I am very excited. I think I did the math in a squad of 3. Like it reduced like 20, 40 something points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Because I mean, mine were going to sit on the sidelines for a while. I love the models and his white scars. You know, like that's how I was going to field them. I was really jazzed, but they just weren't cost effective. And now I think they're going to be a lot more cost effective.
Yeah, I think the Intercessor Squad too, with that 2-point decrease, because I think that's how much the bolt rifle is. It's 2 points, isn't it?
No, the heavy
rifle.
It's the heavy stalker rifle.
Oh, the stalker rifle. That's right.
Then the assault bolter is 1. I want to say.
Yeah, let me look. I got the old codex out.
So another good one is that Malefic Lord. That was a major point increase. A much needed, not a popular opinion, much needed point increase because they were very overpowered. They were 30 points a pop for a smite. Or something else if you wanted. You get 2 powers, but you can only cast 1. But they were ridiculous. We had that battle report with my bubble of Malefic Lords just eating away at your guys. You know what I mean?
It's pretty painful. It hurt. Yeah. The only thing that even made me even somewhat competitive in that game was the fact that you were a demon, so like I was doing some extra damage with my smites instead of just doing 1 a pop.
And then also the fact too, Grey Knights can pretty much they can all try to dispel 1. They can all try to dispel 1 power too themselves. So you have a lot of stuff you're able to try to counteract it, by trying to do So that does help out quite a bit, considering Grey Knights can do that.
Well, yeah, considering that was just against Grey Knights. Now imagine an army that doesn't actually have any kind of defense against that. You know what I mean?
Your host, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they just brought a librarian down to 88 points, which I was like, yeah, I think what is it, a 5-point reduction?
Yeah.
And that's great, but that's 1 librarian with 2 librarians and a single smite. 90 points, which was 3 Malefic Lords.
Yes.
Yeah.
3. That's insane. I mean, there's just that many mortal wounds is just nuts.
Well, now you'll be happy. They are 80 points apiece.
And 80 points is still not bad. I don't remember what their stat line looks at, so I don't know how they can just stack up to a regular Space Marine, but
they're sort of like a cultist, but if you do peril and you survive, you go Super Saiyan, so that's a bonus.
Yep. What's their ballistics and weapon skill and save?
I don't have the stats of it pulled up. I just have the point cost difference increasing to 50 points.
What is that, Malefic Lord?
Librarian. They're still a lot less than a librarian.
Malefic Lords.
I mean, 8 points is significant, and that's with they did bring down the 4 swords and the 4 staff and the 4 axe for the librarians, which is nice. That definitely helped librarians as well. I'm building up 3 librarians right now, and I've got a librarian on a bike that I plan to field. And so I'm all about it because, now it's going to be a little bit less painful to bring more than 1.
So another big one, I guess, for the Renegades, Cultists dropped by 1 point. I mean, in a squad of 30, that's 30 points.
Yeah, that's significant.
Where's the Malefic Lords at? What book?
They're in a Portugal book.
Oh, yeah, they are.
This one?
Nope.
Not that one?
Nope.
Not the Forces of Chaos book?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's great.
They're Renegades and Heretics.
Oh, the Renegade book, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, they tied it up into the one with like the Astra Militarum and everything in it.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me why. They decided not to put it in Chaos, but I was a bit surprised.
Yeah, definitely surprised.
The Lehman Russes did. I think they dropped down 10 points apiece. Yeah, Lehman Russes dropped down, so that's exciting for my Lehman Russ army.
Great. I hate Lehman Russes so much.
Yeah, the Annihilator and the Conqueror dropped 10 points, and the Vanquisher style is only 5 points.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and TJ, to confirm, the intercessor weapons, the auto bolt rifle is 1 point apiece, the regular bolt rifle is nothing, and the stalker bolt rifle, which was the heavy one, is 2 points apiece.
2 points apiece. Okay, yeah. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, well, Jonathan, you can take your mutilators down your Chaos army. They did drop 8 points.
Yeah. I don't even own a mutilator.
I thought you had some mutilators, man.
No, I have like 9 obliterators, which people argue that they're very, very good, but I can't justify the point cost. Matter of fact, did the obliterators even drop? Because I don't even like them. I didn't even see if they dropped.
No, I think the obliterators didn't drop. The biggest one you dropped is definitely Defiler dropped 12 points.
Yeah, you know, I
And
kind of feel like
you like Defilers.
I do like Defilers. I do feel like they probably should have dropped a little more, personally. They're a little point heavy for I guess to the fact that I got a las cannon. You got to talk if you want to be big.
Yeah, say something. Take the big
I
screen.
gotta be big. Okay, yeah. See, look, this guy went up in points. I'm sad about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was going to be enough to stop the Gilliman.
25 points? Hell no.
No,
Like-
I'm just gonna bring that dude.
no. Someone's like, "Oh, I got to drop a melted gun now."
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. Yeah, pretty much drop a melting gun or something.
And Fire Raptors dropped 60 points.
Yeah.
All right. I thought.
Yeah. Are they a relic?
I think it was 60
Fire Raptors
points.
relics?
Yeah, I dropped 60 points. Fire Raptor gunship.
Are they relics?
They dropped for Chaos too. I think they dropped the same for Chaos or Space Marines.
Storm Ravens got bumped up in price, but that's still not going to be enough to stop the Storm Raven spam. Like, I don't know. I like my Storm Raven. I'm upset that it got a bump, but I was going to use it responsibly. I just wanted to drop ironclads on people.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I think the Fire Raptor assault gunship is going to be the new. If people are going to take it, it's going to be the new Storm Raven. I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have. You can't hold anything in it though.
Oh, you can't transport with it?
No, I don't see anything for transport on it. But yeah, I mean, freaking twin Avenger bolt cannon, right? 6 strength 6 -2 AP and 2 damage, heavy 10, 36-inch range. That's brutal. And then you can also take 2 quad heavy bolters. So that's, oh god, it's heavy 12 each one. So that's 24 bolter shots.
Yeah.
And then you can also take either a Hellstrike launcher or twin las cannons. I think we'll probably be seeing those if people get them together, probably at tournaments pretty soon with a 60-point drop.
Pretty similar to a Storm Eagle model.
Yeah. So
Just run my Storm Eagle as a Fire Raptor. No biggie.
That's definitely going to be taken a lot more. I mean, the Sicarans went down too.
I saw a lot of Forge World got reduced.
They did. A lot of the Forge World got reduced. But that's a relic, so you can only. I think relics you can only take one, right?
You can only take one, and there's a tax, so you got to take one, and you got to take one of like a non-relic in the same category.
Okay.
So I mean, you can take a what? I mean, and if this my understanding is incorrect, I mean, correct me. But so you'd have to take a Storm Raven or some other flyer, a cheap flyer, if you wanted to, and then you could take your relic.
Yeah. Hey, Andre Man, as is apparently his name, he said, "What's up, lads?" And I said, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
Oh, what's up?
Aloha.
Is that French?
Yes. ¿Cómo estás?
Oh God.
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Nihongo wa wakarimasu ka?
Ohanga gas wakarimasu.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Deutschland. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Why?
TJ, speak your Korean.
Sorry, don't do that. Not after our first video when I was on there and someone said I look like Yao Ming, I'm done.
It's funny because you're tall.
Dude, I didn't realize the Assault Terminators dropped -5 points.
Didn't I mention that like 20 minutes ago?
I thought you were talking about Tartaros Terminators.
It was Tartarus and Assault.
Oh, Tartaros? Is that how you say it? Tartaros? Tartaros?
Tartar sauce.
Yeah, the Tartar ones? The Tartars?
Tartar sauce Terminators.
No. Gosh. At least the drop pod went down. It could be a little bit more viable, at least with -10 points. Maybe not. But still. So if you do a Stormwalker on it, it's 85 points.
But what are you going to put in a drop pod that's going to make that? What are you going to put in a drop pod that you can't deep strike in another way anyway?
Nothing.
Well,
Drop pods are useless.
so
now.
the only unit I can even think that I would want to put in a drop pod is like a unit of Hellblasters.
Just remember this. Yes, you can't put Hell Blasters in there.
Exactly.
Okay, but remember this on the drop pod though. Remember this one thing. If you drop pod it in the back, like on the third turn, and they don't destroy it, you get Line Breaker. You can grab an objective with the drop pod.
Yeah.
And most tournaments turn out to be who gets the most points.
Yeah, that's like a line breaker tax, and that's usually tertiary at most tournaments. Is like line breaker.
Tertiary, but you can grab an objective with it too. It just makes it with the 10-point decrease. It makes it a little bit more viable.
I guess
they brought down the the Dreadnought drop pod by like 40 points. It was a significant point reduction for the Dreadnought drop pod.
There was.
Yeah, it was like a 40 point because now Storm Raven goes up, Dreadnought drop pod comes down. I just want to drop freaking ironclads on people.
That's true. That is true.
Like, I mean, 80 points to deep strike any Dreadnought is not bad.
That is true. Or you just like play Grey Knights and Gate of Infinity across the battlefield.
Yeah, but I don't play Grey Knights. I play White Scars and Salamanders.
Do you? I've seen Salamanders. Jonathan, have you seen White Scars anywhere?
I don't know. Are you using whiteout on them? Because I can't see them.
There you go.
What is that?
That is the mess. That is my White Scars army. And there's some more here on the floor. It's.
Wait, hold it. Can you go back? I just saw white. I didn't actually see any other colors like red.
Here you go. I did this one. Like that. It's got some red on there.
Oh, snap. Did you paint that?
I think you picked it up for free somewhere.
We just made history. We just saw a painted Ben model.
Rude.
Live.
Oh my God.
It's fully painted too. It's not painted well, but he's fully painted.
Well, put it up there. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah.
No. This is a Mitten Marine. This is one of the Mitten Marines. So
This is the one I gave you. Right? I just gave you one of those.
Yeah, he's got. So he already was. He was already painted and sealed, and it was thick enough. And then he got another coat of primer, and then he got another coat of primer, and then he got all the paint on top of that, which was still a little thick because I was learning. So he doesn't have fingers anymore. They're just solid. He's just rocking mittens, and it's an old model too. So like,
I got them for cheap, and they were painted Ultramarines. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna do Ultramarine army. I don't have to paint them. Yeah, I chose not to do Ultramarines quickly. I did my own chapter.
But I'm making some pretty neato librarians. Working on those right now.
Nice.
But I've got the jump packs. I got a lot of stuff primed.
I love Grey Hammer. It's nice.
Hey man, doing what I can.
I know. We just want to see White Scars. I just want to see points.
Did you guys look at on the Chaos Space Marines? The Corn Lord of Skulls went up 15 points.
I don't know why.
What is the purpose of that?
I thought they were going to lower it. I mean, did some of the weapons go down? No, none of the weapons went down on the damn thing. But no, the Butcher Cannon.
Oh,
no, the Butcher Cannon didn't have that.
You want to know what else is bad? So the demons, TJ, you remember like that big demon I played?
The Forge World one.
Yeah, the Mammoth, whatever, the big Forge World one. All of them.
The Nurgle one?
It's Scabathorax the Bloated.
Oh, yeah.
That dude, he was at 610, right? And they were like, sweet, okay. They pointed him correctly. Guess what they did?
But they're in.
Let's make it 777 points. Haha. Because it's Nurgle. Oh, and Graph the Unbound. Let's make it 888. Oh, because it's Corn. Haha. Yes, let's throw out the entire point system because we want to just add points to it to make it a fun Nurgly Corn, or here we go, Zacharnel, which is Slanesh at 666.
That's perfect. I like it.
it's idiotic to me.
It's tactically viable.
Yes.
See, it's funny. Jonathan is butthurt now because he's like, Scott Braxton unloaded his 777 points, so I can't really field him now. He sucks.
But tactically viable. I mean, the dude, he went up 167 points for what? To get to the number? That was it.
No, if you look at his point cost and his abilities and stuff he can do, he probably needs to be there. Because how much is Mortarion? How much is
It just happens to be a perfect 777 without any.
How much is Mortarion?
Talk about? Huh?
How much is Mortarion on that?
How much is he now? No leak yet.
Yeah, no leaks on that. I don't think he's going to go up in points, but no. Sorry, and then God, yeah, it's fluffy. I think point values though for what he could do, maybe not 770, maybe 700. I think he was too cheap for the point cost he was at though.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's a bit asinine. They're just trying to get it to the fluffy number again, like they did before. Remember, the Corn Laura Schools was like 888 points. That was the worst in 7th
Let's see here. So he has weapon skill and ballistic skill of 2+.
Yeah,
it does not degrade. That is huge.
Correct.
No degrading. And he's got 22 wounds and toughness, not 8, but 9.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to kill something toughness 9 in the game?
How many T9 units are there in the game total?
Him? I even think what are the knights?
Greyarth Ashmantel's T9.
So every single knight, all the knights are 9, all the knights are 8, the renegade knights. And so the only thing that gets above that is, of course, a warlord titan is toughness 16. That makes sense. A Reaver Battle Titan, your Reaver Battle Titan is toughness 10.
Yeah, but he's Nurgle.
A Scout Titan is toughness 9. He's got the same toughness as a Scout Titan, which is, remind you, is 2,000 points without weapons.
How many points has he?
He's 777 points.
With how many wounds?
22.
He does get the Plague Flail too, which is pretty sweet.
Greyarth Ashmantel is basically a Dreadnought T9 with badass weapons. I don't know all the stats off the top of my head. He's got 8 wounds, maybe 9. He doesn't degrade, and he's 400 points.
Ben, let me put it this way: his main weapon is a vomit, 9-inch range pistol, 2d6, automatically hits target, 6 strength, -2 AP, and does D3 damage per hit. That means he can sit there and just unleash that in close combat.
Yep.
Blade of Decay, +2 strength, which actually makes him, so his lowest decay would be strength 8. His strongest decay is strength 12. -4 and does 6 damage. And he's got 6 attacks. And then he's got Nurglings. He's actually got Nurglings on his base.
He's only got 6.
4+ invulnerable save. He's disgusting resilient, so he's got a 5. God, so what is it? Hold on. Your opponent must subtract 1 from any hit rolls that target a friendly Nurgle unit and demon units within 6 inches of it. When this model is reduced to 0 runes, roll a d6 from the battlefield. On a 4+, it explodes in its height of field. Each unit within 6 inches suffers d6 wounds. He knows 3 psychic powers.
What?
He can attempt to deny 3 psychic powers of phase. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm going to say he's 777 points is not actually a bad value. It may be a little high, but that's pretty bad. He's pretty badass.
He's pretty insanely powerful, man. Like, I mean, the only thing I can even think of that compares for a single unit is, like, I mean, because I'm only in my own scope of units, but like 777 points, that seems not bad. I mean, he's got 3 psychic abilities. He's got that pistol, which is like 2 flamers that he can use all the way out to 9 inches, so he can hit something that deep strikes and tries to charge him.
But keep in mind, okay, what I was saying is it seemed asinine to get to the fluffy number. They were just like, let's just do 777, not consider what point cost it needs to be.
It doesn't sound like he's that overcosted now. So I can see them going like, you know what? We'll make it kind of fluffy because it's not too far off. They were probably going to do a point adjustment anyway.
Yeah.
And then they were probably like, you know, they might have brought it down. Whatever number they were thinking for him, they might have gone, all right, we can drop it a couple points and get fluffy, or we can raise it a couple points and get fluffy.
Hey, all right, I'm going to stop you guys real quick. Andre wanted us to go over Space Wolf stratagems. So the first one for one command point on the Space Wolves is he gets during the shooting phase, you get to choose one unit within 1 inch of the enemy and use bolt weapons as if they were pistol 2 type. Interesting. So
that's all true grit right there. Deploys at so for another one command point, sets up a unit on the hunt, redeploys any unit movement phase within 6 inches of the board edge or more than 9 inches away. That's actually pretty Space Wolfy when you really think about it. The ability to pick up and move stuff because they're kind of sneaky like that makes a lot of sense. And then Warlord traits.
Yeah, I was going to say the Warlord traits. That's pretty
cool.
Ooh,
Warlord.
That's awesome.
Total sense for Space Wolves. John would love this. That they can fight even if they did not. They fight first, even if they did not charge.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
That is so Space Wolfy. They should be able to do that. Space Wolves are supposed to be like the best close combat oriented army in the Imperium.
Yeah, they're just brawlers.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, and I dig it. I think that's cool as hell.
And they basically, for the relic, it looks like they're basically giving them a Frostblade because it's a normal strength +1, so strength +1, -4 AP, and then you damage 1, but you can re-roll fail to wound hits because that's kind of more that's really a frost wolf. I mean Frostblades and stuff. That's really kind of how they used to be, like in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and even 6th and 7th edition. So it makes a lot of sense that they would give them a relic like that for the time being. I think the sad part is for Space Wolves is with all their point changes, I don't think we're going to see the Codex anytime soon. And I think that's the sad part for Space Wolf players.
Wasn't there a normal Space Marines relic that was really similar to that too?
No, nothing that's similar. They had it's that Blade of Fire. Hold on, what is it? But it's
Burning Blade.
The Burning Blade. But I don't think it's what was the Burning Blade? Let me read about it quick. Blade. No, it's
Felipe
plus strength -5 AP. Yeah. So I mean that's kind of cool.
So Felipe did LOL Wolves best brawlers, World Eaters.
Oh God. I think when it comes down to best brawlers and when it comes down to World Eaters and Space Wolves, I don't know. I mean, maybe World Eaters during the Heresy and just fluff-wise, in my opinion. But now I think they're raving lunatics, so they probably lose a little bit of that focus that they used to have.
But does that make you more powerful? Like if you're just going, just crazy.
Yeah, like I would think batshit crazy wins over. Oh, I'm gonna opposed to just like massive.
I don't know, man. I think it's a toss-up. I really do.
You know what? We're gonna have to. What if we had? How would we get that on the channel? How would we get Space Wolves versus World Eaters?
I don't know. John's got Space Wolves and TJ has World Eaters.
To be honest with you, there's a lot I have to do to my World Eaters army, but I will do it.
There's a lot of convincing I'll have to do to get John to play around, but
I think just borrow his army like you borrowed everybody else's.
Well, if I had 12 armies like you,
I sold some.
Oh, you did? What did you sell?
9 armies or 11 armies or however armies it is.
What did you sell, Jonathan?
I sold my Skitari to a guy named TJ.
I don't know. Skitari doesn't have an army in this edition. I'm not quite sure what that is.
I'm sorry. Admech.
That's better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do have Admech. And look at this ugly piece of junk guy that I got to put together next. It's Bella's Crawl, so I can get the Admech on the channel. He will be painted after Gilliam or Rubute. How do you even say his effing name?
I've always wondered that. I just call him Burly Man.
Reboot.
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 Rowboat. Rowboat Grilling Man.
Yeah, I wish I was English sometimes, or from the UK. I could probably say it properly and not sound like a total hick.
You don't sound like a hick. Jonathan sounds like a hick. Well, Jonathan used to sound like a hick.
Well, it's okay. He'll just be like, and we'll both go. Both, and we'll get some oil. We'll get some oil.
Oh. What's that thing in the middle of the road? A burr.
Barrier.
Burr. Yeah, your wife whipped you into shape good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So back to the rules. So I was looking at the Drakari warlord traits actually. So they split it up in different cults, which I'm really excited because I have a whole Drakari army, but I also can play it as a witch cult because I have enough witches to play
Drakari, what is that?
Huh?
What's Drakari?
Dark Eldar.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. But they're called Drakari now. So anyways, you got 3 different warlord traits in addition here. You got a witch cult. You get each roll of a 6+ in the fight phase causes 3 hits. That's pretty cool. Then you can run a homunculus coven, which I can also run as well. You heal D3 wounds at the start of each turn. It's pretty good. And then it looks like Dark Eldar, which is assumingly everything. You get to reroll to hits and to wound rolls of 1 during the fight phase.
That may be pretty good.
So that's not bad.
How good is that homunculus one? If you're healing D3 wounds at the start of each turn for your warlord, like that's probably only going to be effective later game though.
And it depends on who you can heal though.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's just
the warlord. Oh, yeah. I guess if he could heal anyone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not detailed if it's a range or if it's all homunculus coven, because that would be pretty awesome because that's all the Chronos and the Talos engines.
I feel like it's probably just the warlord.
I would hope, because that would be pretty good.
You know what? I bet it will be. I mean, we don't know, but my guess is by homunculus coven, it'll probably heal grotesques. You know, because grotesques are homunculus, right?
Yes.
So it'll probably heal grotesque, and I bet it will heal the engines too. Because, you know, that's the kind of thing is when you read the fluff on Dark Eldar, right? That's what the homunculus do. They walk behind all their engines as they go into battle, and they laugh and giggle and like pop their nipples or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And they slap some new skin on it that they just got from the Imperial Guard and be like, you're good to go. And slap it on there with some duct tape.
Slap it on there? No, they sew it up then, man.
Yeah, sew it up.
Yeah, you just kind of slap it on them, like slap that ass. And just
sprinkle some drugs in there and then slap it on.
Go slap
nail gun,
yeah, staple it on there.
Yeah. Looks like Harlequin got some stuff. I think Gene Stealers too. The Gene Stealer stuff looks pretty cool, but I don't think we're gonna see Gene Stealer rulebook for a while.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see 1,000 Suns rule, but I don't know if 1,000 Suns are gonna be coming out anytime soon.
There's 1,000 Suns rules?
No, I meant like an actual rule set for them.
Like Death Guard got
codex.
I didn't know. See, I'm still catching up on a lot of stuff. My expertise is limited at best, and it's pretty much just on Space Marine stuff. I don't actually know that much about how from my understanding, they were like Eldar, Dark Eldar, and Tyranid respectively, and then they kind of got their own books. How did that work? Can you explain it to me?
Wait.
Am I correct? Am I totally off my rocker?
Are you talking about Gene Stealers?
Yeah, and Harlequin.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of 7th, right?
Yeah.
They dropped Death Watch, and then they dropped Gene Stealer Colts.
No.
Gene Stealer Colts were actually way back in 2nd edition. They were kind of like this thing. It was kind of like this army that like everyone really wanted, and they eventually brought them back. So in 7th, they dropped them back. So Gene Stealers. So basically, what Gene Stealer Colts is for you, Ben, is basically the hive mind sends out Gene Stealers.
Right.
To a planet, and then what they'll do is they'll replicate. I mean, they'll basically integrate with the population, and they'll have one which is the patriarch. And then from all that, they split off, and they get pure strain ones, and they get all the different ones with kind of Gene Stealer bodies and stuff. And then basically what they do is they put themselves in position to when the hive mind gets close, they launch their assault to try to take out a lot before the hive starts blasting.
Yeah, they soften the defenses from the inside. Yeah, I've read some of the fluff. I wasn't sure if that's where the army came from. Mm-hmm. I thought they were originally Tyranid units, that was put out, but I didn't know that. So what about the Harlequin?
Harlequins are basically Harlequins are Eldar, but they believe in the dancing god. So that was way back in like second and third edition too, and then they kind of faded away, and they brought them back again in seventh.
Oh, cool.
They wanted to bring them back, but basically they're Eldar, but they're very good in close combat. They don't really have an HQ, so you kind of, and then with the whole Ynnari thing, kind of brings everything together again. So you can play Dark Eldar, Harlequins, and Eldar together with the Ynnari stuff, which was at the end of seventh edition, right about when you were about to start playing.
Okay, I don't know anything about Eldar. That's probably the guys I know the least about. Anything in the Eldar. I know a little bit about Dark Eldar. I don't know much about Eldar at all, though.
Yeah.
So Perditi wrote, all I have to say is screw the alphabet demon and screw malefic lords.
The beer puppies were retarded.
Yeah. And Felipe was talking about basically the puppies versus world eaters. Be basically small disadvantage what the world eaters might be. Space Wolves would probably have more access to armor to help overcome world eaters, mass infantry. Yeah. Fluff wise, you got to remember Chaos doesn't really make too much new armor. The Hellforge is now being activated, so they're starting to create more armor, but most of the Mark armor and everything like that was stolen off the battlefield. That's why most Chaos Space Marines look hodgepodge with whatever marks they have, because they picked it up off dead bodies, basically.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Yeah. You don't know the alphabet demon thing, but Magnus knows more.
Yeah, Felipe, that list you came up with, Magnus, Morty, 4 to 5 Demon, Nurgle, Demon Reprisal Battalions, and Brimstone Horrors. Yeah, that would not be a fun thing to play against.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
He said, shaping up since the chapter lose the ability to take Dark Heretics Changelings lists. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes for sure. And they're doing this fairly soon, and LVO is coming up in the end of January, which is as far as my knowledge, the next largest tournament. So there's going to be a lot of. Say what?
It's the largest in the U.S.
Yes, in the U.S. And so, I mean, there's going to be there's going to be small amount of time to play test any of this stuff, really. So people are going to probably be trying to book it to get their stuff together so they can get something good, because I'm sure a lot of people had lists built with Malefic Lords and stuff like that. I mean, if the Malefic Lords didn't get touched, I was going to bring Malefic Lord Blob with my Boxwalkers. You know what I mean? That was going to be a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're very competitive and they're rough to deal with.
Yeah. That would be very, 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 very tough to deal with, I think.
Yeah.
I may have to rethink how I want to outfit my because I was thinking about doing some Predators and bringing a whole bunch of Predators. I may have to rethink about what I'm going to do with that now, considering the Predator autocannon dropped 9 points. Because, I mean, 2d3 shots and strength 7, -2, and does 3 damage or something like that. It's pretty brutal. So I'm going to have to rethink what I want to bring.
Yeah, the Predator autocannon drop was kind of cool, because I like those, but, I mean, it was only a 1 point difference between that and the last cannons.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it depends on what you're going to use it for, but probably the last cannon. I mean, that's why there were so many quad last cannon Predators floating around.
Yeah. And yeah, I think with, the way I roll dice too, I need something that's going to give me an actual damage too. Not something I got to roll for.
You should just get some Fire Raptors, since they drop so much.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm not spending $220 on a model though, man.
I'm gonna have to actually paint up my Fire Raptor. It's based. He's ready to be painted in detail. So I bring him.
Yep. Yeah, I just don't think, man. The only thing I keep on going back to is Space Wolves. I'm totally disappointed in how much stuff they gave out for Space Wolves. I just don't feel like Space Wolves are going to get a Codex anytime soon. But of course, they may be waiting to drop for us, which makes sense.
Yeah, Felipe, that's what we're talking about, dude. The Fire Raptors are they're dropped in points, so they're close to a Storm Raven, and Storm Ravens isn't an option for Chaos, So at least we get a decent fire.
Let me point it out real quick. I'm just in my head real quick, and I'm going to see how much it would be to equip a Fire Raptor with all the weapons, because the weapons didn't change, it looks like. Y'all can talk about something else. I'm going to figure that out. I just want to figure out how much a Fire Raptor is fully equipped.
Yeah, I think that'd be a better option. And I think this I'm gonna go back to my original list of Morty with Death Shroud and just kind of doing that deal. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be play testing. TJ said I should play with myself. I'm very much considering playing with myself. So everybody, so I can play test it and see, hey, is this gonna be worth painting because I have so much to paint? I have a massive thing to paint here. Matter of fact, since we're all showing off, you see that? It's that whole thing of white there. That's stuff that needs to be painted.
That's literally just a pile of Death Guard.
It is a pile of Death Guard, like all Death Guard.
Just a pile.
Yes, they are piled, and there's like I don't know, like 20-something, 30-something Death Shroud now, 20 Terminators. I don't want to think about how many just normal Plague Marines.
I've got 35 jump packs that I'm putting together right now.
Really?
35 jump packs for the White Scars.
That's actually it's sad that you have to go jump packs because they're a little more competitive than the bikes themselves, right? The bikes got a drop too, didn't they?
Nope.
Not in this recent one, no.
The bikes didn't get dropped.
No, because I would have already freaked out about it. I've looked over the point stuff.
Oh, Chaos Bikers dropped 2 points.
Yeah, Chaos Bikers, that's what it was.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I think most of the leads come from Space Marines to Chaos Space Marines and the similarity of point drops. So they're probably going to drop maybe 2 points. That's just my guess until we actually get the book. So
I haven't been playing long enough to really say, and I haven't played my White Scars enough to say if the bikes are overcosted or not, or if they're pretty good. I don't think they're that bad. I think it's a reasonable price for the bikes, honestly. What, 27?
yeah, but compared to your jump packs.
Yeah, I mean the difference is it's outrageous. The viability or the just the jump packs are insane with the deep strike, with the 12-inch mobility. When you start looking at Vanguard vets versus Assault Marines, and you start looking at all the different weapon options, because if you're taking a Vanguard vet and you give them 2 chain swords, they got 4 attacks apiece. Deep strike them in, charge them in next to your con, whoever your con's charged with, or as long as they're in range of the con doesn't even have to make the charge. And there's, a squad of 5 times 4, 20 strength 5 attacks. That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So I totaled up the Fire Raptor, guys, and it's 358 points to 362 points. That's brutal. Because the Avenger, the Avenger bolt cannon, whatever the stock armament on it is free.
Nice.
That's so right now what it's going to cost for a.
That's a storm. Except dishing out way more firepower, higher strength firepower, I would say.
It doesn't have any troop capacity. It can't carry anything.
It can't carry anything. That's what you're losing, but still. Ooh. Sorry.
That's
I was just going back, and this was really the first time I read over the Space Wolf stuff. Everything in the Space Wolf stuff looked like it dropped. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wolfen dropped 9 points.
Most of the Death Guard dropped big too.
Yeah.
Tallyman lost 5. Terminator Sorcerer lost 20 points. Plague Crawler -10 points. Plague Marines a piece -2 points, which is very good because a lot of times there's better options than bringing Plague Marines. I was like, I'm going to bring Poxwalkers. Why am I going to bring Plague Marines?
That's true.
And I lose my shooting, but crap, I'm fearless, or mindless rather. So they don't take any kind of checks, stuff like that. So it just seemed like a way better option point by point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But now they dropped him. It seems a little bit more viable. Lord of Contagion, he was super high at 120. They dropped him down to 100 points. It's because a lot of the argument was like, why wouldn't you just bring Typhus? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or you can bring a Terminator Lord. and you lose a couple things. But I mean, he was pretty heavy pointed, so they dropped him 20. I think that was the biggest point decrease, along with the sorcerer. Now the Hellbrute, his weapons, his fists, became basically -30 and 0 points because he had a 40/50, and now so it's basically zero change. So it's 40 for one arm, and then the other is -30 points. So
Hey, so quick question for you. Did our winner get his model yet? Do you know?
he has not responded back, but it was going all over the UK, so I'm not sure if he got it yet.
I was just curious.
We'll be sure to hit him up though, see if he got it.
Actually, I heard he donated it to what's that other YouTube channel? Will It Blend? Where they put stuff in the blender and just.
Oh, the blending channel. Nice.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that.
It was an amazing model. I was seriously jealous.
Yeah, TJ did really well.
It was bad until Jonathan put his grubby little hands on it. Kind of ruined it. I felt it was defiled.
That adds to it. It's chaos.
Oh, okay.
Nurgle slime? Did you get some of your Nurgle slime onto it?
I did.
Oh God, I hate to see what he did when he went back home with that model.
I didn't go. It stayed at work. Stayed there at work. You know that.
Did it?
It did.
I mean, what dropped? Man, there were no tau point changes, were there?
No, zero. So
there was an increase.
The increase was the Forge World stuff. It looks like
the only things that got touched were Forge World units.
Yeah.
Man, GW. I think Tower are like on the brink of extinction or something in GW's mind right now.
No, we're just coming out with a freaking codex soon. That's what I'm going to tell myself. That's how I'm going to get to sleep tonight. Don't ruin this for me. I've got a buddy who plays Tau up in Oklahoma City, and he said that his Tau is still doing really well up there. He says people don't like playing him. He says he's still competitive, and I mean, I don't know. I haven't played mine because I haven't gotten around to it.
Because now with Tau, you can't just sit there and take 3, what is it? What are those things called? Riptides, and you win the game.
Yep. You got to think about how to play your army now.
Well, Riptides are pretty much just sitting on shelves across the world right now.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what everyone was doing. They were just taking 6 Riptides and blowing the hell out of everyone. And everyone's like, 3 Riptides, and we were like, okay, well, I lost the game.
Yeah. What was the Townar's point increase? Because the Townar went up to 1,500. What was his original?
I think it was 1,000 and something, maybe.
Yeah, I think it jumped up pretty high.
Oh yeah, it increased by almost double because I think it was 750.
Yeah, 745.
Yeah,
745, 755, something like that.
Yep.
And mana went up a little bit too.
Yep.
No, it's 745 and it went up 755.
Oh. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I know we've kind of got the leaks for the vehicle design rules, and I need to see them in print so I can start looking at them. It's too complicated now with charts and stuff.
I'm excited. I have a Land Raider I haven't built yet, so I'm waiting to see what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's something I've never even thought about. I wasn't around for any of the old, build your own stuff, so I don't know what any of that means. It means nothing to me right now. I'm gonna have to.
Basically, you get to customize your own ride, right? So you get
okay, that's a kind of
add weapons and stuff, and then it becomes it depends on points and everything like that of what happens, but it's pretty cool.
But in the old, like the one TJ was reading off of, like if you give it 14 armor all the way around, it's so many points. So does that mean like it's gonna you can go, oh, I want to give it T9, for an extra 150 points or however many points it's going to cost you? Is that, what kind of speculation do you have? You've played with this before. I've never seen it before. What do you expect?
Well, now armor value has been taken away. I'm not sure. It's probably toughness value, and it may pay, per toughness. And I would assume if you're going up T9, it might be like 400 or 500 point increase. That's just my assumption because of. Do
you think that's even going to be an option though?
Yeah.
I mean, is it realistic? I don't know what else you could do with it. I don't know what else other options you'd have if armor value is not a thing anymore.
I mean, there's going to be a base, yeah. So like toughness 10 is going to be this amount of points. Toughness 9 is going to be this amount of points. You know, it's going to be a decreasing scale. You know, so and then it's just there's going to be a whole bunch of there's probably going to be movement speed involved in it too. So it's going to be like an extra 40 points if you want to make it this, or an extra 5 points if you want to make it move 8 to 9 inches or 12 inches. I'm just looking at the old one right now, and it's just that's kind of the way they did it. So my guess is the new one's going to be very similar to that. And depending on what you want the ballistic skill to be, it's going to be a certain amount of points to have it at ballistic skill to hit on a 3+ or a 2+ or a 1+. So yeah, so it'll be very similar to this if y'all can see that. It'll be very, very similar to this kind of chart. I'm sure people have seen and people have leaked it, but it'll be very interesting to see how they do it all. It may give us an insight into how they actually create books. I mean, how they're creating the models when they do the models and how they're doing the point values for them.
That's a good point.
Because in essence, you should be able to take those vehicle design rules, build a land raider, and it should equal the same amount of points.
Yep.
Yeah. Toughness per point value will probably be on a scale doubling or more per point after T6. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be. I imagine it's going to be like the book. It's all going to be laid out very clear. There's not going to be. I don't think they're going to leave anything up to the imagination or for anybody to interpret how they want to.
Oh, the other thing I'm very excited about is all the new missions.
Ooh, yeah.
I love playing different missions than playing the same ones over and over again.
Yeah.
I know that's just more of the fluff player in me, but to sit there and roll and you're like, oh, we're playing Cleanse and Control Maelstrom again. Yay.
So guys, we're coming up on the hour, and if you guys have any more questions, let us know. And we should try to do this probably once a month, get together, have a live feed.
Unless you guys want this more often.
Yep. Yeah, we can change it to
do it every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Once a week, every single day, whatever you guys want.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough. I know, Ben, you don't are Ben, and you don't have a normal routine with like kids. That may be a little tough for me and John.
Is that what we're going with now? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you change that up mid-sentence.
Mid-sentence on what?
Like on 2 different occasions.
Well, I mean, you're just going to start your new job and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, we would, with starting your new job, we wouldn't want you to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't sit here and be on YouTube for all the fans every single day. I've got to paint sometime, like Mondays between 3 o'clock and 3:45 p.m.
Where are you at, Andre? If it's 5 a.m. over there, that is 7 hours difference. Oh, you must be somewhere in the UK then, I guess.
Yeah. It's
Rabble
UK.
podcast.
Or maybe somewhere definitely in Europe.
Hashtag Rabble podcast.
What's Rabble? What's Wabble?
Rabble. They took her jur.
Oh.
They took her gerbs.
So, all right, guys.
Down Africa. Dang.
Oh, he's in South Africa. Nice.
Wow. Kick ass.
Well, we appreciate you watching. Definitely in South Africa. That is cool.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. I've had friends from South Africa. I've always kind of wanted to go, and I've always kind of not wanted to freeze. It's cold down there.
Cold? What are you talking about?
You know where South Africa is?
I don't think it's that cold, buddy.
Last question. Is Die Hard an Xmas movie?
Yes.
The greatest Xmas movie of all time.
It is.
I mean, that's not even a question.
I know, right?
It's Die Hard. You have to watch it around the Christmas holidays, and if you don't, you're not a true Xmas.
Die Hard, Elf,
like
Jingle All the Way.
Family Christmas movie. Come on.
Oh yeah, kids are encouraged to watch. I mean, I think if more kids of this generation saw Die Hard, it might fix some of the problems in this country.
Are you getting too old for this shit, TJ?
What?
Are you getting too old for this shit?
That's not Die Hard. That's Lethal Weapon. Did you see the Lethal Weapon freaking TV show? All right, I'm getting off topic. Okay.
Oh god. Oh my god, such a noob. You're just a user, Jonathan the user. Can't believe we just heard that.
All right, guys. So that is it for us. We're at the hour. We appreciate it. So if you guys got any more comments, be sure to comment on the YouTube video, and we'll be sure to answer them later on for when you guys watch this later.
So I guess the next session we'll probably open up with any questions I asked.
Yeah. Question. Maybe, you guys ask questions, comment, post them on the Facebook, whatever you want to do, and we'll address them.
Yeah. So we'll start off the next feed with any questions we get on the comments. So we'll definitely start off next time.
Why is Jonathan's eyebrows so thick?
Because he doesn't clean them up. He doesn't wax them.
Because he doesn't bathe?
Bathe? That too.
You know what? I go up to the shower and I take my bar of soap and I show it to the shower and I look at it and then I'm good. Isn't that how everybody bathes?
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That's what that smell is at work lately.
What do you think I play Nurgle for?
Oh, so gross. So gross.
Okay, wow. Ending on a good note.
Isn't it on a grossed out note by now? Just imagining, picturing Jonathan not taking a bath.
Nurgle
I don't
still
want
that
to
soap. That's right.
Anywhere near a bath. I don't like to.
I need to take a bath now. Feeling icky and sticky.
Yeah, I still gotta take a shower. You take baths, TJ?
I can tell you, greasy Armenian.
Oh, racist.
Racist.
That was a racism.
Racism. Oh my god, are we all little snowflakes now?
Look, just because TJ's half Asian, he thinks he can call us out.
I'm not calling anything out. Those were the words out of your mouth as we were having lunch. You were like, I'm just a greasy Armenian. And I'm like, I would never say that.
You just said it.
I'm Hungarian. Isn't that like pretty similar?
You did yourself what you are, so I'm just going with it.
Ben, who cares that you're hungry? What does that mean? Go eat some food.
There's that Mississippi education coming out.
all that book learning. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a nice night, guys.